Okay, so I was just telling the audience about the amazing mission you are through Rubysrainbow. So let's start off by saying, what is Rubysrainbow all about, and how did it start, and what does it mean to you on a personal level?
So, I we didn't know Ruby had Down syndrome until she was born, and I didn't know anything about Down syndrome or know anybody with Down syndrome. Unfortunately, now that I look back on it now, I feel like I was robbed. um, but I just, you know, when the first time I held her, I just knew that I wanted the world to see what I saw in her, and so I pretty much started thinking about ways that I could help, you know, this community of amazing people, right after she was born. And so when I got her home, I just started to really think about and research, like, well, what is needed, in this community. And there's so much for the little guys, which is great. I mean, that's what helps, you know get them, prepared, and when they're younger, early interventions and therapies and all of that kind of stuff. But I was super curious as to what happens, in the future, like when they get older, like what does that look like, or what are the possibilities, what are the opportunities that are available. And so once I kind of started researching, I realized that a lot of the funding and a lot of the opportunities seemed to drop off. And so that's just kind of where I wanted to focus my efforts, was, kind of what happens in the future. And so, I came to my husband when Ruby was about 6 months old, and was like, I want to help somebody with Down syndrome go to college. And he was, looked at me and was like, do people with Down syndrome go to college? I was like, I don't know. But, in my mind, I was going to find that one person that was going to college, and I was going to help them, achieve this dream. And come to find out, there's programs, on college campus. When I first started this 10 years ago, there was like 98 programs on college campuses nationwide for people that have intellectual disabilities, to give them the supports they need to grow and thrive and gain that confidence and independence, within the college setting. Now there's over 300. So, it just continues to grow, these opportunities. And so that first year, I had a goal of one $2,000 scholarship, and we ended up raising 11 $2,000 scholarships. So I was like, woo, this is a thing. We're doing this. And after, that year, it just kind of grew and grew. And, this past year, this year, this is our 10th year granting scholarships, which I can't believe. Ruby's 10 years old. So we started it pretty much, after she was born. We granted $377,000 in scholarships this year alone.
Wow.
So total, we've granted over $1.5 million to, people all across the nation who are rocking that extra chromosome, going for their dreams of higher education and independence. And for me, I always joke that I kind of selfishly started this organization because what I needed when Ruby was born was that hope for the future, like, okay, what, what is the possibilities? Just let me see them. And, there really wasn't a lot of things out there for adult, there's, lots of people share their kids, and, but when they become adults, there just wasn't a lot of things out there. And so that's a huge reason why, I love sharing as well, like our recipients and their journeys. We do a lot of videos and things like that. So just to, kind of give people that hope and that, inspiration for the future.